Hello everyone, my name is Jeff Burden and I'm the guy who's going to tell you about the easiest way you can learn to really play a guitar that you've ever seen. It's so easy, a child can do it. But first, I want to tell you how I learned to play these 120 simple little songs that every guitar player that ever became famous had to learn. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Willie Nelson or the Everly Brothers. Now everybody knows Willie pretty much, but a lot of people are younger than me. I'm not 20 or 30 or 40. I'm really kind of an old guy. But a lot of people my age and a little bit younger have heard of the Everly Brothers from back in the 60s. In the 1960s, they were two brothers who kept Elvis Presley busy trying to keep him off of the top 10. They were right there with him. So, I'm not trying to impress anybody, but the Everly Brothers and Willie Nelsons are my cousins. Now, there's several ways you can learn how to play guitar. You can go to a guitar instructor, and he will charge you about, the minimum I've seen is $30 for a half hour. Think about that. Let that soak in. $30 for a half hour. And all he's going to teach you are these, you can't see them. Well, he's going to teach you 4 chords. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, the chords are up here. That's all he's going to teach you for $30 an hour. I'm sorry, half hour. So, those chords are the chords that Elvis Presley started off with, the Everly Brothers, Rod Stewart, anybody had to learn to play those chords. So, about a year ago, it was getting cold and I was going to be stuck in the house. I don't like cold weather and didn't want to go outside much. I only go to the grocery store, and I said, what am I going to do for a pastime? So I said, well, I'll learn how to play guitar. If Willie Nelson can do it, I can do it. The only difference between he and I is I'm better looking, right? And the Everly Brothers, well, they're a whole nother story. So I said, I'll learn to play guitar. I got a hold of a guitar. There are different sizes and shapes and lengths. This is a full-size guitar right here. It means it's 42 inches from top to bottom. Now over here I have a medium-sized guitar, which is 40 inches from top to bottom. So then I got on the internet and I said, I'm not going to pay a music instructor, guitar instructor, how to teach me how to play this thing. I wouldn't be able to afford it. So I got on the internet and I found this color-coded device, I'll call it. I don't want to name what it was, what it's called, because it was a good lesson, a good way to learn how to play that device. But I didn't learn how to play a guitar. So I'll show you on my guitar. This is that color-coded device. It teaches you 4 chords. G, D, C, and E minor. That's a song that was in the Hotel California a lot. So I got with that, I got a song book, a music book, that taught me, this one got about 120 songs in it. I could play those songs, well, the first 6, I could play those songs within about 3 days. So then if I took, now this is a simulated neck of a guitar. This is a simulated device of what I bought, which I learned how to play music, but I didn't learn how to play the guitar. So you can see those same dots corresponding to the strings right up here. So when I took that real device off of the guitar, I was lost. Okay, this is a simulated neck. I was lost. Where did I go to? It was like I bought a car without a transmission in it. I could get into it, I could turn on the radio, a lot of nice music, most any selection I wanted to, but I couldn't drive it. So I began to think, well, how can I learn to actually play the guitar? See, I had learned what they call reflex memory. That's what your fingers here on your fretting hand are doing with what you're strumming down here. I'd learned reflex memory, but still yet I couldn't play the guitar. So I said, someplace there's got to be somebody that's got something without me going to an instructor and paying $30 a half hour, who knows how many weeks before I become efficient in playing those songs. So I said, somebody's got to have something someplace. I bought book after book. I bought Guitar for Dummies. You're going to be dumb when you first start off. Okay? I bought DVD albums. Okay? That was probably about a $400 deal right there. I bought this device, which is digital, and you turn it on, but it doesn't teach you what I needed to know, what you need to know. I bought, finally, something that made more sense to me. I bought a set of cards. If you take these cards, and this is really where I got the idea, this is E minor major chord right here. You take that card, and you place it underneath the neck of the guitar. And you sit there and you practice one chord at a time. One. But it doesn't teach you what you need to know to play any of those songs. Only understanding what you're doing totally is going to do that. So finally, I said, this doesn't make sense. I spent probably, I don't know, $800 and hadn't learned squat. So I said, I'll develop it. And that's what I did. I took, now I'm going to use a simulated device. I took it off, I turned it upside down. I could see where there was little feet on the bottom of that one. I could see where the feet would strike the strings. And then I knew how many strings to strum in order to get that sound. So eventually, I developed this little bitty card called the Guitar Chord Assistant. It taught me. Well, once you learn it, you'll never forget it if you learn the right way. Now, you can go to a guitar instructor, and again, they're going to charge you $30 each time, or somewhere, the cheapest I've seen is $20. The most expensive in California, I'm imagining, would be $50, but it's not going to be cheap. So, with this Guitar Chord Assistant, you cut each section of the card off, 1, 2, 3, you install it on the guitar frets. 1, 2, 3. You sit there. If you want to play the G chord, you push the blue buttons, you fret the strings of the blue buttons, and go G. If you want to play the D chord, you push the red buttons, the strings under the red buttons under the strings, you play 4 strings. If you want to play the C chord, you fret the green dots. There's 4 of those. And you play 5 strings. See? And if you want to play the E minor, you fret 2 and strum 6. That song was in the Hotel California by the Eagles many years ago. It's a great song. If you don't know it, you got to listen to it. Everybody loved the Eagles. So, now I developed a lesson plan, which comes in a folder. The lesson plan will teach you the parts of your guitar. It'll teach you finger fretting, right, or left-handed individuals, depends. The card comes for right or left people. It will teach you fingering. It'll teach you the chromatic scale, some. It will teach you how to install the card on the guitar. It's totally removable, won't hurt anything at all. Take it off, put it back on anytime you want to. It comes with the color-coded music, simple little songs to start off, because you're like me, I was dumb as a box of rocks. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Next one. On top of Old Smoky, all covered with snow. You get, oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine. You get, this train is bound for glory, this train. This thing has got everything in it you need as a beginning guitarist to learn how to play the real guitar, and then you can progress. You might become the next Van Halen if that's what you want to do, but you still have to learn those 4 chords, and you got to pay somebody to do it. Now the question is, do you want to pay a guitar instructor anywhere from $20 to $50 an hour? I'm sorry, half hour. Or would you like to pay for a one-time instructor $50? It's done and over with. With my guitar chord assistant, you'll receive the instructions, you'll receive the guitar chord assistant for a right or left-handed person, and you get an instructional CD that you got an instructor with you 24/7. So I hope you get what I'm saying. It's the cheapest, the best way that you can learn how to play a guitar. It's so simple, like I said in the beginning, that a child can do this. Have a great day. Let me hear from you, I hope, and God bless you most of all.